Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small with CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today I want to talk to you about whether or not you have to update your trust when you buy new property. Before I get to that though, I want to remind you, if you have any questions about this or anything else related to estate planning or probate, and you want to talk to us over the phone or in person for free, you can just go to estatemeeting.com. You can set up a time to do that. We'd be happy to talk with you, like I said, over the phone or in person for free. You'll go right to my calendar, pick a time, estatemeeting.com. Okay, this was a question, like most questions that I got today. I was doing a trust signing and will signing for some clients, and they said, okay, well, so what happens if we get a new bank account? What happens if we buy a new house? What happens if we do whatever? Do we have to come back and update this trust every single time that we buy something? And I told them, no, you don't. If you do the trust right, well, at least the way that I do the trusts, you don't have to do that. And I'll get to the only time that two times that you may have to do that at the end. But the way that I design my trusts, for the most part, is that the assets don't typically go to someone specifically. So for example, you wouldn't say like, these Apple AirPods, they are going to go to Timmy, okay? You would not do that unless you really, really wanted those Apple AirPods to go to Timmy. What you would say instead is, I want everything to be split up equally amongst my 3 kids. Or you might say, like today, kid number 7 is my favorite kid. I'm going to give that kid an extra 10% more than everybody else. So it's broken down into percentages. What that means and what that does is when you die and everything gets divvied up, you don't have to actually list everything out in the trust that you own. You just take whatever is actually there in the trust at that time and you divvy it up. That is a good thing because then you can just move things in and out over time as you please. So if you for example, open a new bank account, you would just add as a beneficiary on that account the trust so that everything flows to the trust when you're gone. And whatever is there and it gets chopped up in that way. Okay? That's the main reason why you don't need to go and update your trust every time you buy something new. Okay? Because if a trust is designed well, in my opinion at least, the need for that is not there. Okay? Now, however, I have had people come in and have to redo their trust because what they've said is they own a property. Let's say they own like 123 Main Street, and they want to give 123 Main Street to their sister. Okay, and over the course of time, for whatever reason, they sell 123 Main Street. So 123 Main Street no longer exists in their estate. It's been sold. It's now cash. And what that has effectively done is eliminate the gift to the sister who was supposed to get 123 Main Street. Because it's no longer there, that sister just wouldn't get that gift. Okay, you wouldn't figure out what it was worth and give it to her. No, she just does not get that. So if that's the case, and you want that sister to get something equivalent or something different, then you have to amend your trust to give that sister something specific. Okay, you would have to do that because that thing no longer existed. That's why it can be helpful to not do that unless you're giving away things that are sort of family heirlooms or that are going to likely be around for a while, or that if they're gone, you don't care if that person doesn't get that equivalent value out of your trust or out of your estate. So that's the one situation where you may want to come in and update it. The second situation where you're going to need to do some updating, although it's not technically to the trust, is when you buy new property, like buy new real estate. Most of the time, unless you're paying it with cash, if you buy new real estate, you are going to have to put that property in your name. You have to title it in your name. That's what the mortgage company is going to want. That's what the lender is going to want. They want you tied to the property specifically so that if they need to get some money out of you, they can. Okay, they don't want this amorphous object of the trust tied to their property, tied to their mortgage. They want you. And so if you buy a new property, you're going to have to buy it in your name. Then there will be a second step of retitling that property in the name of the trust. Although you're not going to have to move the property into the trust or name the property in the trust. You're not going to have to amend the trust. You are just going to have to add that property to the trust via retitling the property. Okay? hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully that explains sort of the trust structure a little bit. You don't have to list all of your assets inside of the trust. You just take whatever's there and you work with that. Okay, that's it. Once again, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Appreciate your time. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you know someone that needs to hear this, please share it with them. If this has sparked more questions or you need some help, please go to estatemeeting.com. You can set up a time to talk with me over the phone or in person for free. estatemeeting.com. All right, that's it. Thank you once again for your time. I appreciate you, and I'll probably be here again to talk to you tomorrow.